Doctrine of the Faith. Monogamy is not a limitation but a promise of the infinite. The doctrinal note Unicaro. In praise of monogamy has been published, exploring the value of marriage as an exclusive union and mutual belonging. It highlights the importance of conjugal charity and attentiveness to the poor, and condemns all forms of violence, both physical and psychological. In an individualistic and consumerist age, young people must be educated to understand love as responsibility and trust in the other. Marriage is defined as an indissoluble unity by the doctrinal note of the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, DDF, calling it an exclusive union and mutual belonging. Fittingly, the document, approved by Pope Leo XIV on 21st of November, the liturgical memorial of the presentation of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and presented to the press today, 25th of November, bears the title Unicaro, One Flesh. In praise of monogamy. It explains that only two people can give themselves fully and completely to one another, otherwise, the gift becomes partial and fails to respect the other's dignity. Reasons for the document. The text is driven by three main concerns. First, as Cardinal Prefect Victor Manuel Fernandez writes in the introduction, is the current global context of expanding technological power. This leads human beings to see themselves as creatures without limits and thus distant from the value of exclusive love reserved for one person. The document also refers to discussions with African bishops regarding polygamy, noting that in-depth studies of African cultures contradict the common assumption that monogamous marriage is exceptional there. Finally, it notes the rise in the West of polyamory, meaning public forms of non-monogamous unions. Conjugal unity in the union between Christ and the Church. In this context, the DDF seeks to emphasize the beauty of conjugal unity which, with the help of grace, mirrors the union between Christ and His beloved bride, the Church. Addressed primarily to bishops, the doctrinal note is also meant to help young people, engaged couples, and spouses grasp the richness of Christian marriage, fostering calm reflection and sustained deepening on the topic. Belonging rooted in free consent. Divided into 7 chapters and a conclusion, the text reiterates that monogamy is not a limitation but the possibility of a love that opens to eternity. There are 2 decisive elements, mutual belonging and conjugal charity. Mutual belonging, founded on the free consent of the spouses, reflects Trinitarian communion and becomes a strong motivation for the stability of the union. It is a belonging of the heart, where only God sees and where only He may enter without disturbing the person's freedom and identity.